In the previous episode, we entered hard mode, and in today's episode, I'm gonna explore hard mode a bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do some cryogen. I just quickly threw down a bunch of relics over here so we have space, but I'm gonna make a little temple here for all of those. I'm just not getting to it yet because I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age Veilguard. Very good game. Very happy with it so far as a Dragon Age fan. And yeah, really enjoy my time with it. But if you want to watch all that, of course, you've probably seen the episodes go up because we just had 7 episodes go up over the last 7 days, and there's one going up every single day. And, or hopefully every single day. There'll probably be like a day break here and there. But if you want to continue watching that without having to wait, if you're a channel member, you get access to all of it all at once. And I want to talk about that just a little bit. But in a moment, because I need to figure out what we're doing. So first things first. Queen Slime is here as like the first thing, but I've never felt like Queen Slime is very good to start with in hard mode. I just always struggle with her. You know, we want to get some better wings. We got to get some better armor and whatnot. And I always feel like Cryogen is a good starting point for that. We need to make the Cryo Key, which of course requires Souls of Light and Souls of Night and Essence of Elysium, which you get out of the Tundra biome. Oh, I should say that I'm like fighting a head cold. So if I sound snotty and my snort kind of or my snort, what was that? My throat kind of grovelly. It's because I'm sick. Anyways, so yeah, we want to do that. And then of course we have to consider that we are playing in Calamity as Calamity intends it to be, which is their progression mode, which means we don't have access to any of the new ores until we kill the twins. And then the Destroyer, then Skeletron Prime, or whichever order that we decide to do that. So you get that ore to spawn after killing one of the mechanical bosses, which I really like that system. And so I always keep that option turned on. Finally, this guy over here had the P90 for sale. I noticed that when I logged in. P90, as it turns out, really good. It only does 5 ranged damage, but unleashes a stream of armor-piercing rounds at an incredible rate. Armor-piercing rounds ignore 30 defense, which is going to be great versus our first mechanical boss, I think. 75% chance to save ammo. It's a bullet hose, is what it says. Now, those of you who have been on the channel for a while know that I'm a massive Stargate fan, so I had to buy it, of course, 100%. We're going to re-roll it, too, before I forget. Let's just go powerful, hurtful, unpleasant too. We could just keep going because this thing like, oh, godly, perfect. This thing like is not costing me any money. Now it does 7 ranged damage. Oh baby, it's insane. It's like really good. So I'm looking forward to using that. I'm gonna buy some more ammo though before I forget. That should help. We could probably make the infinite pouch. I need a crystal bolt. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. We need to get the wizard, which I may find, I may not. Let's head to, let's head down here. Let's find out where our underground corruption and everything is gonna be. Okay, there's our hallowed. So where's this at on the map? Okay, if I head left or right, probably doesn't really matter. We start farming for some souls, of course. Now, yeah, I did want to say that. Oh, that's a cool weapon. I really like it. I did want to say, because I don't think I've actually made this point clear when I talk about like early access for channel members and whatnot. Like I am beelining towards finishing this. Is there a lab down here? Huh. Okay, I should probably take a look at it. I am beelining towards the end of Dragon Age. But I'm doing a 100% playthrough. I'm just putting a lot of time into trying and making sure that I finish the game in a timely manner. It's a big RPG. It's going to take about 40 to 50 hours. 100%, maybe closer to 50, 60. I don't know. We'll end up seeing how long it ends up taking us to play. But, you know, if I'm doing that series for a year, within the first month, the interest in it kind of dies off. And so you just get the residual people who like watching my stuff, which thank you, by the way, if you're one of those people. But no, you kind of want to keep interest high. So I'm going to try and finish that series as quickly as possible. Makes sense, right? you would think if that is the case that I would just keep releasing the episodes, right? Just like as soon as I get an episode up, just release it so everybody can watch it. Unfortunately, and this is the thing I don't talk about often, YouTube sucks. It punishes channels for releasing more. Dude, this flamethrower is awesome. It punishes channels for releasing more than a single video in a day on the algorithm, which is unfortunate. It's not fun. Don't like that at all. I can't imagine. I can't imagine a channel that does release more than one video a day feeling like that's fair to them, because there are plenty of channels like news channels and stuff like that. But then again, they're also not generally relying. This mimic is gonna kill me. They're generally not relying on that as like their primary business model. It's like a supplementary thing, where like perfect example, Sky News. Okay, especially if you're someone who lives in the UK or in Europe, you understand this. Sky is a very massive network, a news network. Generally try to be unbiased. I favor their news versus what we have in the US. So if I'm looking for stuff that's like global news, I will look for Sky. Some people will disagree with that. They don't like Sky, whatever you feel about it. They upload so many videos because they're constantly streaming. They have a 24-hour stream on the channel. And anytime they need to break out something for like a news part, it goes up as like a video that they've taken from the stream and just like put up as a video. But that happens like several times a day. They're not relying on YouTube for income. They're not getting income from YouTube. They're not running ads on YouTube, right? So it doesn't matter to them. But you know who it matters to? It matters to me. It matters to other gaming content creators that you watch. It matters to miniature painters. It matters to everybody. Oh, I forgot you could buy the Rod of Discord. Well, let's buy a crystal ball. Let's buy a Rod of Discord because we got the gold for it. Yeah, we'll be good with that. And so if I'm releasing more than one video a day, it hurts the channel immensely. But what doesn't is releasing those videos as channel member videos, members only videos. So I can get that series done and released very quickly and feel like I'm capable of doing that, because those episodes are then relevant to the channel members who are able to watch them immediately as soon as I upload them, which I'm doing a lot of. Because you know, when I'm recording an hour-long episode at 1440p and 120 frames per second, which I have to record Dragon Age at 120 frames per second, not 60, even though YouTube only views 60 because I was getting choppiness. None of that's relevant. Point is, when I'm doing that kind of thing, it takes up a lot of space very quickly. So I have to upload those videos rapidly. Basically, as soon as I have a couple videos done, I have to render them and I have to upload those. So they're going up on the channel like throughout the week constantly, which is exciting for channel members because, of course, oh, you know what? I probably should put this in here, huh? It's exciting for them because they get a bunch of quick back-to-back content that they want to get otherwise. And I like that. I like giving them some additional stuff, but I wanted to explain that. Like, that is why I do that. That I'm not necessarily doing it to gain channel members, although that is a benefit. It helps, you know, make the channel be profitable. However, I'm doing it because I'm trying not to hurt my algorithm for YouTube. So I want to get this series done. The people who are interested in watching it will pay the $1 or more, whatever it is. It might be like $2. I don't remember what the lowest tier is for a channel membership, to be able to pull a Netflix and like binge watch it all at once, instead of waiting several months for the series to wrap up, because I am doing other videos here too. So like this Terraria stuff is the first Terraria episode I've done in a week, but that's because I was trying to get a bunch done for Dragon Age to get all that out, which has worked really well. And now you're getting some Terraria episodes. Then on top of that, those people who still are interested in the Dragon Age stuff, they're getting a Dragon Age video today or more. I think they're getting 2 Dragon Age videos today as well. So like you're getting all of this extra stuff. So I think that is a better way to handle big games on the channel, in my opinion. So far, it's working really well right now. I'm very happy with it. We'll see how that goes long term, because this is actually the first game that I've experimented with it. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm like killing my voice here. I'm gonna go farm out. What was it that I needed? I needed the Souls of Light, right? Cryo key. Oh yeah, and it makes the cryonic bars when we're done with that, which gives us a bow. And is that it? Is that all? Did we just get a bow? I mean, that's not bad. We also get the armor. So that's another thing. So I got to do that. But dang it, I just accidentally cleared that cryo key. We need 5 Souls of Night as well, and the Essence of Helium. So I'm going to go find our underground Crimson, get the Night, and then go to the Tundra and try to find some stuff over there. Okay, we got the Essence of Helium taken care of. Got that done, out of the way. Get rid of the rest of the stuff in my inventory. Got an ancient ice chunk from one of those little claspers, which is a really cool summon, but that, like, is a great sprite. They did a good job on that one, which they clearly redid. Okay, so we did that. Now I need the Essence of Night, which I still haven't been able to get. I went to go find that, and I just, like, couldn't end up finding it. So I think it's probably, if we, like, go here. Maybe if I go down and then across, like, the opposite direction using the minecart here. I think that might be a better way to do it. You know, there's also another thing outside of the YouTube stuff that I quickly wanted to have a little bit of a discussion on, because as you guys know, when it comes to YouTube, like, when I'm making videos, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, what you see is what you get with me. I'm not putting on a face. I'm not a character. This is me, right? And you guys definitely saw that this year with me losing my dad and me being able to talk about that. And then, like, go through that process with you guys as I'm making a series. So I feel like this is really important to me to also talk about, because it's not something that I generally in the past have, which I think you could, well, not that you could, you would, if you were to look at me, like, on paper, you would classify me as a conservative, not like a diehard conservative, but you would classify me as a conservative person. I studied theology. I have a degree in philosophy. It is something, like, critical thinking is something that I am very much a proponent of. I like being able to have very tough conversations with people. Man, my inventory is already full, goodness. And I like to not argue. I think that's a bad thing. I think people who consider philosophers in our day and age might see that as like, oh, they just like to argue with each other. It's not. That's not what it is. It's having meaningful discussions, right? Sometimes hard discussions, and talking about things like ethics and metaphysics and just weird stuff like that. And that's something I very much enjoy. Okay, what the heck is this? Oh, it's the Rune Wizard, isn't it? Yeah, there he is. Blast him with the P90. How can I be having a serious conversation and then shout that? Terraria, you make everything better. But my point is, on paper, that is who I am. And within the last 8 years, I've been on the record on YouTube saying that I hate politics. I hate politicians. But you know what? Honestly, within the last 3 years, that has really changed. I went from being someone who absolutely despised politics and would never talk about it with anybody, mostly because I don't want to have a conversation about things that I'm not, I guess, notified on, or I have any knowledge on, and I didn't, and that's why I probably said those things, more so than me actually hating any particular politician. I do think politicians generally are slimy and are out for their own good. That's usually how it is, at least in the United States, and especially in some other parts of the world, that's even more so. But is that what I meant? No, I'm not sure it is, but that has actually changed very substantially, especially since the start of the Ukraine war, where Russia has illegally jumped in and unprovoked attacked Ukraine, right? I got very passionate about world politics and world conflicts when that happened. And ever since then, I have daily, I've never talked about this, but I daily do research and I daily learn about conflicts going on in the world. One of the channels on YouTube that I greatly recommend because it is amazing. This is another passion of mine. I like people who are able to discuss things, not necessarily unbiased, because no matter what, you're always going to have a bias one way or another, but be able to present things in a way that allows you to come to your own conclusion on stuff, right? That is very important to me. It's something that comes from my philosophical background. I think people should have skills in critical thinking and should be able to come to their own conclusions based on the data that is provided to them and not told what they should believe or feel, which unfortunately very often in the United States right now, that is what happens, and that's not something I care for at all. So yeah, I started watching Simon Whistler's channel, War Graphics, which has recently changed to be called Warfronts, because it used to be about old conflicts, but now so many conflicts have been happening in the last 4 years that they changed the channel to be about pretty much entirely modern conflict. And it's great. He does a really good job of doing exactly what I said, presenting in a way that is that teaches you to figure things out on your own. He presents all of the facts as they are. He tries not to have any interjection unless specifically he says, this is what I think, or this is what we think, because he has like a team of writers. He has many channels, several of them like over 1 million subscribers. He's very good at what he does, but it's because he's a fabulous presenter and producer, and he does it in a way, again, that allows you to come to your own conclusion on stuff, even like his Mega Projects channel, which is about like crazy engineering projects and stuff like that. So the Warfront channel is about modern conflict and things going on in the world, and that is a channel I definitely enjoy. There's several others out there, but that is specifically the one that I want to call out in this as a recommendation, as a hard recommendation. But I think that people in general should go and source their own information if they hear something that seems like it could be controversial or like it could be a big deal. Like go source your own information on that, or seek down reliable sources for that with people who are not telling you how you should feel about it. I think that's very important. So with that out of the way, I do want to quickly mention that because I don't really talk about politics on the channel. It's not because I'm not interested in it, because I am very much interested in it now, especially compared to the last like 4 years, of how that has grown and how my knowledge of that has grown immensely. But it is definitely something that I am becoming passionate about, right? And it's something I really want to just throw out there as this is something that everybody should be passionate about, no matter where you are at in the world, because it all matters to everybody. And that is, you shouldn't elect a president in the United States that has questionable character. That is my opinion on it, and that is my feelings on it. The reason why, get real serious here for a second, is because the United States is one of the most powerful countries that have ever existed. I personally, as a citizen of the United States, understand that responsibility and the pressure that causes to put on us. We should not be isolationists, because we have a responsibility to the rest of the world to help those in need. We have immense wealth, so people in poverty, we're able to help out of that. We have different places in the US that do a pretty good job of allowing people to do that from the comfort of their couches and basically never think about it again, which is really sad, but that's what happens. Like Compassion International, they have some issues, but that is a good place to go if you're wanting to help people like get out of poverty in different areas of the world. It allows the children to go and have like real education, right? That stuff is important for us as American citizens to see that we have a responsibility to the rest of the world to help those who need it, not who want it. I think people want help wherever they are, because everybody, even us, we need help in many different ways. But the people who actually like really desperately need help, we're able to give that to them, and there's a responsibility there. We're also able to provide protection to those who are unable to do so, and that kind of responsibility should not fall on somebody who is of questionable character. The president of the United States should always be someone who has great moral and ethical integrity, and I find it despicable that people have voted in favor of someone who does not exhibit the actual foundational beliefs of what our nation should stand for. And that is so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Life is going to go on. It's going to be fine. The next 4 years are going to be the same as they were when it happened the last time. Which is to say, that sucks. But at the same time, I think that it's important for me as someone who always wears my heart on the shoulder, for you guys on YouTube, especially this year, to put it out there and say, I don't believe that a president of this country, in particular, of any country, but I'm not going to hold that standard to a country that I'm not a part of, should have that kind of person leading it. And there you go. That's my thoughts. You'll feel free to disagree with me in the comments, but just remember, I'm a person who really, really, really likes critical thinking, and if I feel like you're just not able to do that, then I'm just gonna shadow you on YouTube, which means that your comments will still be there for you. You just won't know it, that nobody else can see it, because it doesn't matter to me. I want people who are actually able to think for themselves and have a useful conversation, not just spout nonsense. Oh, come on. Why did that it got hit right as I went to hit the stupid adrenaline button? Cryogen, interesting fight. I'm wondering if we should probably try our other weapon for this particular thing. Maybe I should. Let's try the clockwork. It's a little harder to hit because I can't just spray and pray. Which is what I could do with the other one. Damage-wise, I don't know about that. Not that damage-wise is much better for this. Oh, I got hit again right before I was able. Oh, I don't know. I think the P90 is pretty good against this, but I'm just not doing enough damage in general. I think we're gonna have to upgrade our damage, whether that be get new items. There's a handful of them that I can get in hard mode, early hard mode. But I would love your feedback. Let me know in the comments what weapon I should go for, because this damage just ain't doing it. It is not. No, this is not. This is not working. Even if I was able to keep this up for another 5 minutes, I would just eventually die. This is not going well for us. I'm gonna be out of ammo at this point. This is not working for us. We just go away. Is it gonna follow me? It might, or it might just fly away. That is not working though. We need more damage. Queen Slime, I don't think it's gonna give it to us, so I'm just gonna have to get crafty here. Figure out some other options that may be able to boost our damage. Oh my goodness, he's gonna radically destroy me. Oh, hey, look, we got adrenaline though. When it goes out of biome, he gets like enraged. So I'm expecting either him to move faster or me to just die. I'm just trying to die at this point. Leave me alone. There we go. Wow, he did a lot of damage. Yeah, that was no joke. I'm definitely gonna have to look up some options here. When it comes to the other classes, I know like immediately what I could potentially get, but I don't really play Ranger all that often, so it's gonna be one of those. I'm gonna have to do some digging, figure out what's gonna work best for this particular fight.